So, look who I'm with. TS baby mama.
All right. And
Drama in this bitch. Fuck with me. I fucks back.
Okay.
Immediately and forever.
We are out
Type
here.
Type shit.
We're out here at Marcus Garvey Park, and we was learning about, the fentanyl related deaths that have happened here and around, and we're gonna take a moment just to acknowledge those ancestors. And so, with that being said, we are here in the park, and I was just sharing with Empathy because every time me and Empathy see each other, we both Geminis. It's still summertime. We still high frequency. We still tapping into the tapping in. Even though it's Leo season,
Especially at this park.
We still out here tapping. You feel me? Just tapping in, just get downloads and uploads and carrying on it things. So I was telling her about like the trauma. Oh, wait, let me get that from you. Thank you so much. Let me see. Okay, you might have to scoot in some. Yeah, so I was telling her about the trauma that, I have been working through recently, that I've been talking about with beings who are born with wombs, who identify with womanhood, like the conversation I've been having about just coming to terms with my own internalized feelings about, not being perceived as strong enough, and my choice to embrace my femininity or my womanhood or whatever you want to call it, like being correlating with me being afraid sometimes or me having fear, like it's like I can't choose to celebrate my femininity or my womanhood and do anything that's perceived fearful or scared without it being, but that's because you're a woman, you like that because you want to be a woman, or you're afraid, like why does my womanhood or my femininity have to always be used against me when I have a fear, or when I have a worry, or when I have a concern, or when I'm vulnerable. Like why does that have to be a result of my womanhood?
I mean, but we live in a world where femininity is equal to being inferior. So it's like women are in last place in this world. Like, don't get it twisted. So it's just like, of course, we gonna be looked at as fearful, and we gonna be looked at as inferior, and it is what it is. Like,
so how does that, like, how do you navigate that? Like how do you, like, because like you brought up a very interesting point, before we went live, and was talking about how, like, you made me look at it from a wider perspective. Okay, what if you are afraid? Like,
right.
Like it's okay to be afraid.
Right.
Like, it's okay to have fears. Like, but we live in a world that is trying to push us all to see that fearlessness as a goal, like as standards. Like, none of us should be afraid. Like,
ain't no hoe in me. I ain't no pussy.
Yeah, like, but fear does. Like, I think if fear
saved my life, my whole life. I ain't gonna lie.
And I think that
fear protected me.
And I also feel like if fear immobilizes you, like if you're the type of person that gets frozen stiff, like if
I had to navigate my whole life through fear.
Yeah.
So like it's the norm for me now.
It's like, what type of fear is it? Like, is it a paralyzing fear?
It used to be. But it, like, me navigating and living my life through that, always having anxiety, always being so afraid to where I didn't know what to do, because it's just like, to hear people snickering, like how they talking about how they want to do this, how they want to do that, always talking about me, like always being the center of attention everywhere I go, afraid that I could be attacked just because of I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? I never experienced that, but I was always fearful of that because I heard stories and people always made sure they was gonna tell me like, yeah, be careful because people do this and people do that.
Yeah, speaking stuff over us.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I would like, I didn't. For me, fear is like being anxious and fearful. For me, it got so normal to me to the point to where now I could be myself and be like, I still have that in the back of my mind, but it's not crippling fear no more. It's just like it feel like a warning, like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that I'm observing my surroundings.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
but I can't be fearful to go nowhere. If that's where I want to go, I have to live my life, and I have to understand that we attract what we give. So I always give positive energy. Period.
And I like what you said. I like also what you said about, like when people view us celebrating who we are as trying to bypass manhood or being afraid to live up to this idea of what it means to be a man. It takes courage also to live in your truth.
Yeah.
It takes courage also to risk being clocked, to risk being talked about, to risk being judged.
Right,
for
they confusing themselves though. Like how you gonna say I'm fearful, but I'm me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to be y'all.
Yeah, man, they want me.
Like, but I'm the one that's afraid.
Right.
You really deflecting that hard. You projecting at this point. You projecting your fear.
Projected and deflected.
Baby,
Respectfully.
and it's like we hear the shit, and for us it's normal to hear the shit, but how do we make sense of hearing the shit?
Respectfully.
That's why it fucked with you and it triggered you, because it didn't make sense to you.
Respectfully.
Like,
it's like, yo, like, for real, like, and
this shit funny. That shit funny now, like.
And I mean, I think that's what the gist of what we really wanted to kind of like touch on in this video is, like, just that. Wait, yeah, I need to probably use the can too. Let me try to tilt it like this. I think that'll get it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but just that, you know, like, just like touching on that, like understanding that a lot of people are just projecting. Like, they don't have the courage to live in their truth.
Right.
They don't have the courage to even unpack what it takes to know what their truth is.
They don't have the capacity.
They're not even.
They don't have the capacity to even understand how you even got to the point that you
Yeah,
at.
yeah. Like it's a lot of people who have very limited bandwidth. That's
Come on,
leading
bandwidth.
conversations. Like, and that's just the reality. It's a lot of people with very limited capacity and a very narrow view of things.
Be around. You can interact with these people, but you can't
take on their stuff.
Yeah.
You like that's your shit. That's
Right.
your stuff.
You used to always say that's your bag.
Yeah, that's for you. You came here with those bags, and guess what? When you get ready to go, take that with you. Take that with you, because that's not mine, and I'm not taking that on.
Yeah.
I'm not giving power to that. I'm not dancing in that delusion with you. I'm perfectly fine in my own fairy tale over here.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're all dancing in a little bit of delusion.
Right.
If you're calling me delusional,
But what I said yesterday, I said the only people that's really not delusional is the ones that can admit that they're delusional.
This and come on now. The ones that can admit that you dancing in a little bit of delusion. Because you're telling me that I'm crazy because I'm trying to be something I wasn't born. And here you are also trying to be something that you weren't born. Cause boo, you came from seed and egg.
But you
came
trying to
from
paint
male and
it.
female.
You trying to paint it like this is how you are.
Right.
But
you came from male and female. Like
we
if
was
it wasn't
all
for-
indoctrinated.
That's right. If it wasn't for you being coached and having a good father figure and having someone modeling and brainwashing you while they're modeling you, if it wasn't for your good father figures, if it wasn't for your coaches, if it wasn't for your PE teachers, if it wasn't for all these people constantly drilling in your head, telling you who you supposed to be, mentoring you, grooming you, if it wasn't for all that stuff happening to
grooming,
you,
that was the
then
word I
who
was
would you
looking
be?
for. That was
Who
the word
would
I was
you
looking
be?
for.
Who would you be?
Grooming.
So just like I'm dancing in my delusion, bitch, you're dancing in your delusion. And the worst kind of delusion is you got a whole cult, a whole society of people to support you in your delusion, which makes you even more dangerous because you believe that your delusion is more authentic and more genuine and more real.
Delusion. You believe it's just it's the truth.
Your delusion is actually validated.
Yeah.
That's what makes it dangerous.
Yeah. That's scary. That is scary.
People right here validating your fairy tale. Bitch, you're never land, bitch.
But that's what makes us so powerful because we don't have to have nobody backing our shit. We don't need a whole team. We don't need nobody but us.
You got folks validating your magical carpet ride, like
shit.
But we
validate ourselves.
That's right.
We validate ourselves.
And
that's crazy.
Well, I don't want this video to be too long because it's gonna be hard as fuck to upload. I just wanted us to pop in and say hey.
11:11.
Yeah, oh good. I just wanted to pop in with empathy. You know, this is my Brista. You know, this is my Brista. I'm her Brista. We love each other. Brista mean brother, sister. So, yeah, I'm happy to see her and spend time with her. I haven't seen her since last year. So we get a chance to chop it up today, and I got more good news that I can't spill yet, but I am gonna spill it soon. But anyway, stay tuned. Love y'all. Down by the now that I say cool, keep spinning an eternity and Gani, Yanko, Kalukalo, which means I'm a child of God Goddess, and if I am, you know you are. Remember to light your candles, past, present, and future. And until next time, I love y'all. Lay lim, lay lur.
La 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 la.
Period.
Period, pool.